Hey, welcome to the Old Computer Museum channel, and this is another old-time game on a real machine this time. This is Beyond Zork, and it is for the Atari ST computer. And we have to start it by double-clicking the Beyond Zork program icon. Beyond Zork, the Coconut of Quendor is an interactive fiction computer game. It's written by Brian Moriarty, released by Infocom in 1987, and this is one of the last, or actually what is considered probably the last official Zork game by most fans. Zork is there was a series of adventure games, and for most fans this is actually considered probably the last original Zork family game. And why is that? It's because this is the last version of Zork that was actually made by Infocom. After that there was Zork Nemesis and Zork Grand Inquisitor that were created by Activision, and people just generally didn't really consider these as original Zorks. They were available. Beyond Zork was available for the Amiga, the Apple II, the Atari ST, Commodore 128, IBM, and Macintosh computers. So one of the rare games that actually had a version officially for the Commodore 128. So this is the Atari ST version, and basically, hey, you are in what looks like really very Zork-like game, which is a text graphic game that you played. It's a one disk ST file, and the plot of the game: player explores the Southlands of Quendor somewhat aimlessly at first. Soon, however, the task is bestowed by the implementers, a group of godlike creatures jokingly based on Infocom's game designers. The Coconut of Quendor, an incredibly powerful artifact that embodies the whole of magic, has fallen into the claws of an unspeakably foul beast, the Urgru. Rumored to be the spirits of Italian implementation, Urgru can surround themselves in a sphere of darkness that only sunlight can pierce. The player must recover the coconut from this monster's grasp and face the unthinkable consequences. So, it's really basically a text adventure game. And so you issue commands. You basically just issue commands by going through this little cursor, like, so you can, type look, and it's going to tell you while you're at hilltop. You can go east, amble down a hill. And one of the new little features of this version of Zork that was not available on other ones is the addition of a map. As you can see on the right side, you have this little map that gets around that shows you actually where you are, and kind of gives you an idea of how you can continue and where you go. So at the top you've got this little window that tells you, okay, dank fishy smells permeate this old wharf. It's very bones. Far below you hear the slurp of oily seawater against the piers. An old sailor is seated before an easel, dabbing color into a canvas. So you issue commands, here you go, talk and whatever. It's very, very typical of all the Zork series, where you go around and you know, have to go through an adventure. Zork has a really, really big following. It's kind of those it's a series that it's kind of a cult. It's something that's really, really been one of the first ever adventure games, text only, very powerful. The stories were really good, so you know, if you use your imagination while you go through the game, you would visualize where you were and what was happening. It's pretty cool. So Zork is really a series that's, even today I believe, for anyone that loves adventure games, taking a good old text adventure is still something powerful, even though with today's powerful computers and graphics. And you know, you go through a story, it's like reading a book, except that you have an interaction, you can change the way things go and as you're going along. So this is the Atari ST version. As you see, they changed the font. The Atari ST has this mode where you can actually increase the resolution of the screen. For a regular television though, I would say that probably anyone that used a TV back then on an Atari ST would probably have found this a little small. But on a better monitor, or a EGA monitor that could plug into the Atari screen, was probably pretty cool. I would give the Beyond Zork game a score of 8 out of 10, just because the story is just really cool and you really feel like you want to play. I've played Beyond Zork when I was younger and went through it, all of it, and actually really found it very, very fun to do. And you might think that, you know, missing graphics would hamper or would, you know, really destroy the feel of this game, but not at all. Actually, this game is quite fun, and the story is just so strong that it is interesting to go through, and you want to learn more and you want to learn what's happening. And also in this version of Beyond Zork, it's kind of the first versions where your character actually has points, and you know, a little bit like in a RPG game, a role-playing game. So it's pretty interesting for that. So this is Beyond Zork. This is the Atari ST version of Beyond Zork, and it's a 1-disc ST file available. It's really worth trying if you like adventure games. And I'll just put it back here to the Beyond Zork opening screen. So if you like these old games and old computers and emulation stuff, click the subscribe button at the top of the screen. You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have comments or questions on what you've seen, let us know. Maybe you played Beyond Zork or any Zork game. Let us know what you think. Did you enjoy yourself while doing it or not? Did you find it was one of the great games of the time? Let us know, and share your memories of these old gameplays. If you have any requests of games you'd like to see reviewed also, let us know. We'll try to put a game online for you. And hey, take a look at our other videos, lots of emulation stuff, Commodore 64, Super Nintendo, Atari 2600 VCS, And lots more coming up, and also great machines like the Amiga 500 or the Atari ST. This is what you're seeing now, a real Atari ST machine. So thanks for watching, and hope you come back to the Old Computer Museum channel. Bye bye.